The Will, written by Anis Azmi, illustrated by Juhi Agarwal, translated by Pragya Gopinath. My Nani, like all other nannies, used to tell me very interesting stories, many wonderful tales from India, Arabia, Iran and Turan. Although many of her stories have escaped my memory, some of them are still fresh in my mind. I'm reminded of one of these beautiful stories today, named Nasihat, which means advice. Many years ago, in a small town in Egypt, there lived a man named Abdullah bin Saad. Abdullah worked with camels. He had the most pedigreed camels of the finest quality, with fur as white as a rabbit's. Abdullah loved his camels like they were his own children. Once a year, he would sell them at the cattle fair and earn a good sum of money. Then he would rear the new and the remaining camels and increase his herd. Abdullah had a good, honest wife and 3 sons who lived happily in his hut. The camel enclosure was right outside the hut. It was a sight to see many of his handsome white camels chewing their cud under the leafy date trees in the enclosure. As time passed, Abdullah and his wife gradually grew weak and old. One night at the dinner table, Abdullah bin Saad said to his 3 sons, "My boys, I'm getting old now and my body is getting weaker every day. I'm sick so often. I feel that soon my time will come. When I'm gone, look after your mother and please don't fight amongst yourselves. I don't have much, but I have written a will, which you can find in a pot in the granary." One morning, soon after, Abdullah was found lifeless in the bed by his wife and sons. The 3rd day after Abdullah's death, when his family could stop crying, they thought of his will. His sons searched every pot in the granary and finally found a paper wrapped in plastic. On opening the seal, they found that it was not a will, but a directive through which Abdullah bin Saad had addressed them. "My children, I ask that the 3 of you look after your mother. Tell her about your decisions. If you travel anywhere, inform her before leaving. Ahmed, you are the eldest, so you will have the most responsibility. You will have to take care of your younger brothers, Muhammad and Muharram. Ahmed, as the eldest, you must be present for any wedding, death, or any other event in the house. Muhammad, since you are in the middle, you must respect your elder brother and indulge your younger one. You should also respect and love your mother. Muharram, you are the youngest and the closest to your mother, so you must ensure that every need of your mother's is fulfilled either by you or by your brothers. You must respect your brothers, because after me, they will be your elders." The sons read the page from top to bottom and looked at each other horrified that their father had left not a wasiyat or a will, but a nasiyat or advice for them. Then Rukaiya, Abdullah's wife, said that she remembered that her husband had written on 2 sheets of paper that night, but they had read only one. She told them to check if the second page was stuck to the first one. When Ahmed rubbed the corners of the paper, he found that really there was another paper stuck to the first one. The sons' faces lit up. Ahmad, the eldest, said, "Thank God, Abba has written his will on this one." Muhammad and Mukarram said, "Read it quickly, quickly." Ahmad began to read. "With Allah as my witness, I write that after my death, my house goes to my wife, Rukaiya Khatoon, and it is up to her to keep it, give it to our sons, or sell it. The decision rests with my wife. Apart from my house, I have no other property. However, after my death, my camels will be distributed between my wife and children. The healthiest and the most handsome camel will go to my wife. The remainder will be divided between my sons. Ahmad will get half of the remaining camels after my wife has taken one. Muhammad will get 1/3 of the camels, and Mukarram will get 1/9. Abdullah bin Saad had 18 camels when he died. The best camel would go to Rukaiya Khatoon. There remained 17 beasts. Ahmad demanded his half, but he could not have half of 17 camels. That is 8.5 camels. No one knew where to get the half camel from. Similarly, when Muhammad asked for 1/3 and Mukarram for 1/9, it proved impossible to divide the camels. The three brothers began quarreling, each wanting his share of the animals. None of them willing to back down. Their mother exclaimed that their father was hardly buried and they were already enemies with each other. Mukarram, the youngest, saw that their fighting had made his mother sad. He thought of his father's words in the Nasihat. "Ammi, you are wise. Why don't you tell us what we should do?" he said. Remembering the Nasihat, Muhammad decided to indulge his younger brother. "Yes, Ammi, what do you suggest?" Ahmad realized too that his father would want him to respect his mother's wish. So he said, "Tell us, Ammi, what is your wish?" he asked. The mother thought for some time. Then she said, "Let me add my camel to your camels." "So, how many camels do we have now?" 18, said the boys. Ammi said, "Absolutely correct. Ahmad, you are the eldest, and according to the will, you are given half of the camels. You have 9 of them. Muhammad, according to the will, you get 1/3 of the camels. So you have 1/3 of 18. That is 6. And Mukarram, according to your father's will, you are given 1/9 of the camels. 1/9 of 18 is 2. Ammi said that the matter was now settled. Ahmad said, "Yes, Ammi, I get 9, Muhammad gets 6, and Mukarram gets 2. My God, together these come to 17 camels. So your camel will stay with you." Ammi smiled. She said, "Your father was a just and honest man."